If you're like most people out there, you want to be a better putter. But like all of us, you're probably pretty time poor. Well, with the aid of a decent putting mat and some training aids, you'll be well on your way to becoming a better putter. Keep watching, because I've got some equipment and some drills that you'll need to become a better putter. Obviously, the key piece to becoming a better putter at home is a putting mat. Sure, you can putt on some carpet or on some hard floor, but you're at the whim of how well your house was built, really. So when you go out to purchase one, my only stipulation is find one within your budget and find one that has a decent stimp meter rating, at least 10, and something that's big enough for your area, but at least 6 foot. Anything bigger is better. The putting mat I have here is from Back to Basics Golf. It runs about a 10 to an 11 stimp, and it's 8 feet long. It's perfect for me. I'll drop a link down below in the description for this one here. Now this next item I consider absolutely essential, a putting mirror. The one I have here is from Back to Basics Golf. It's left and right-handed, which is fantastic. It's got all these little holes cut out so you can put in tees to help out with your putting path and alignment. It also has a shoulder alignment mark, an eye alignment, as well as a putting path mark. There are a heap of different brands out there, so find one that suits your budget. They're awesome, they're super lightweight. You can carry them in your bag and take them to the course so you can really dial in your speed. You can really calibrate pre-round so you can get set up and kill it. And again, I'll pop a link down in the description for this one that I picked up.
Not a drill so much, but just using the putting mirror will help you build confidence in your setup over the ball. Place the mirror straight on with any alignment lines the mat may have. Ensure your shoulders are aligned and your eyes are on top of or just inside the ball. Take your time with establishing a comfortable setup using the mirror. A good tip is to close your eyes and take your putting stance and then review your setup in the mirror. Make any adjustments, then try again until you have a good understanding of where you need to be. Grind out for 10 minutes whenever you get the chance, and you're well on your way to being a better putter.
Now next on the list we have not an essential item, but I definitely recommend you pick something up or something similar. This one is called the Putt Out Pressure Putt. It is very simple in its design. The base is the size of a standard golf hole, and essentially what you do, you putt, it rolls up the little slope and it'll roll back down, and it generally rolls out to about how far the putt would have gone past the hole had you have missed. Now, the little details in this one is this little button here. Press it in and it becomes just big enough so a ball will fit in there. Now, what makes this really bite is the only way you can get the ball in the hole is if you hit it at the perfect speed and in the correct line. From 2 feet, yeah, it seems pretty simple, but when you get out to 5, 6, 7, 8 feet, it becomes very frustrating, very difficult, but also very addictive. And the feeling you get when you roll one in from 6 feet is just real good. Chef's kiss.
The ladder drill is pretty simple. Putt the ball from 1 foot intervals and try to get them in the hole. Each time you do, progress 1 foot further back until you either miss or make it to the end, at which point you can come back down the ladder. Keep score of how many putts you make and try to beat it each time. This becomes infinitely more difficult with the pressure putt. Don't rush this drill. Take it as though you're lining up for a real putt on a green.
Now, my final recommendation on equipment, a meter ruler. Seems strange, I know, but you can use it for a couple of different things. You can use it to calibrate your backstroke for different lengths, depending on how far the putt is, so you can dial in your speed on the day. And also, you can line the ball up on just this little notch here, lay it flat down on your putting mat, attempt to roll it all the way along the length of the ruler. Seems simple, but quite difficult, and it'll really help with your start line. So just for a couple of bucks, I think it was maybe $6, go pick one up. Awesome value.
Line up the ruler on the mat. And place a ball at the end. And attempt to keep the ball rolling all the way until the end. This will help to diagnose whether you have a tendency to push or pull your putts. For a bonus, I've given you the ultimate tempo drill. Grab a small coin, I'm using a 10-cent piece, and place it on top of your putter. The concept here is to complete your stroke without the coin falling off. The beauty of this is the ability to diagnose where your tempo is lacking. If the coin falls at the start, your takeaway is too quick. At transition, you're too fast there. And as you make contact, you're most likely hitting the ball as opposed to letting the weight of the putter do the work. For first timers, I'd recommend attempting without hitting a ball just to get the feel for it.